Hello YouTube. Kind of long time no see, it's been a few weeks, but I wanted to hop on here today and bring you a little chatty get ready with me. As you can see, my skin is going through some things right now, but don't worry, I know how to cover it so we can look beat and flawless and amazing. But I wanted to come on here, get ready with you guys, super chill, and talk with you about something. I recently, about 2 weeks ago, was formally diagnosed with ADHD. And I'm very excited about it. I know other people might not be excited about it, but I feel very happy and validated and really awesome about it. So I wanted to just come on and discuss the journey, the diagnosis process, how I'm feeling, how I got to this point. So I got my water. I already had my coffee earlier. Let's get into it. I've also got a few new products I want to try out today, so we'll get a little bit of that in there too. And yeah, I don't really have much going on today. I was gonna film, but this will probably be the only thing I film, honestly, because I gotta go to the airport later. It's already almost 1:30, so I think this will be it, and then I'll just do some admin work. It's Monday and I definitely gotta clear my inbox, all that stuff. So let's get into it. I have recently kind of updated my brow routine, which I'm very excited about because I was feeling like my brows were just like a little bit too much. I'm still kind of playing with the routine, but for the most part it is very different because we're using, you guys know I love my NYX Lift and Snatch, but like I said, it was just getting to be like a little bit too harsh, like spiky brows. So I went out and got the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, and I'm into it. I'm gonna go in with my Refi brow gel, and I'm still into the fluffy brow, so I'm still gonna be like sticking them up and stuff, but I feel like I'm running out of this. But not, just like softer with the powder basically. Also, I'm gonna have to pull my mirror in closer. Sorry that you can like see it in the corner, but it's like a magnified mirror. It's from Simple Human, so unless I have it like close, I can't really see myself. It's blurry. Okay, so let's talk. I'm going in with just this Youngblood eye primer to kind of carve out my brow. So let's talk. Okay, so basically the gist of it is TikTok damn near convinced me that I had ADHD, because I don't know if you guys knew this, but ADHD presents very differently in men versus women. But a lot of the studies on ADHD that they use to like diagnose people were outdated for a really long time, and primarily based on studies in men, studies of ADHD in men. And I know if you, I don't know about you, but for me, I never, you know, even thought that I could have ADHD, because like the kids in elementary school that had it, like anybody I've ever experienced that was diagnosed with ADHD was like super duper hyper, could not sit still, like very, yeah, like could not sit still, could not focus, just really not me. Like I could not relate to the whole not sitting still, not listening to directions. Like I could definitely relate to the not focusing thing, but I didn't really realize it until recently, and until basically my For You page was like, hey girl, this is you. Seriously, that TikTok algorithm is unmatched, because it's almost like it shows you the things you didn't know you needed to see. Like, I don't think I would have gotten to this point without TikTok. I know I wouldn't have, like, for sure. I would have never even thought that this was a possibility. I thought these things, like me struggling to keep my house tidy, my office tidy specifically, like this room, ever since I've been diagnosed and started on Adderall, I've kept it so much cleaner, and it's kind of shocking. I've like, anyway, we'll get into that later, but let's talk about how we got here first. So I thought these were just like who I was, and I mean they are, but like I didn't realize that this is like could be tied to having ADHD. I had no freaking idea. I thought people with ADHD just like couldn't sit still. I was waiting for the dog to stop barking. Yeah, so then TikTok, basically I kept getting all of these videos on my For You page saying that if like people, women that were diagnosed with ADHD, like saying their symptoms, like not being able to jump between tasks quickly, or struggling to stay focused, like starting a million to-do lists and never completing any of them. And I'm like the queen of that shit. Like I need a to-do list every single day, but like, do I ever actually finish it? No. Or like getting online, like going on the internet for one thing, you're like, oh, I need to get on Amazon and buy this. And then somehow you like end up on BuzzFeed reading about like the war in Ukraine. Like that is not what was supposed to happen, but you get so distracted and like sidetracked that you never even end up completing the task at hand. Like the reason you got on the computer or, you know, on Safari on your phone completely goes out the window and it never gets done, which also I'm the queen of. Like Meech has told me many times, like, dude, I literally just, like, you said I'm going on Amazon to order this thing, and I literally just watched you on your phone somehow close Amazon and go into like 4 other websites. And I'm like, you know what, you're not wrong, like that definitely did just happen. Okay, I'm gonna use this little Kaja Beauty Bento in Chocolate Dahlia. So yeah, getting distracted really easily. And like these are things that I've struggled with, especially since like social media picked up and this has like really been, you know, like my career. I struggle so much with, as you can see in this video, with like getting up and ready and like being productive throughout the day. I feel like it takes me so long to get one thing done just because I don't even know what, well, I know what it is now. It's ADHD. But I felt like I could not figure out a perfect like schedule for myself. I could never manage my time. I could never like stick to anything. And I thought that that was just me being a Sagittarius, like loving going with the flow. Working for myself is like, obviously you have to be way more structured, and I definitely struggled with that. So I just chalked it up to like, I don't know, I'm just not organized. Like I'm just not organized, which I haven't been organized my whole life. So obviously I knew it was like something, or like I knew that this was part of my character. But then I started watching all these freaking TikToks and it's like, oh, so like not being able to stick to a schedule is a symptom, or like not being able to complete these tasks is a symptom. And like all these things I thought were just character traits are like, literally, it was like there was a week or two where like my entire For You page was all ADHD videos, and I literally related to like every single one of them in some way. Like maybe I'm not on all points, but in like the majority of the points. And I was like, something's going on here. Something's definitely going on here. I just got sidetracked and checked my DMs. Okay, so I made, when I first started realizing was back in, I think it was like November or December. No, it was November. And I put up a story and it says, the more I learn about ADHD, the more I'm convinced I have it. And I said, here are some things I can relate to that are symptoms of ADHD. Easily distracted, difficulty with time management and organization, skin picking, hello, obsessive thoughts, kind of like getting a song stuck in your head, but something you did or saw. So like this is why I cannot, as much as I'm a skin picker, I cannot watch like pimple popping videos, because I will just have the image of like the blackhead coming out or the pimple popping like in my brain for the rest of the day, like over and over and over. Or if I like Uncut Gems, that whole thing on TikTok, oh my god, that one really did me in, because I could not stop replaying like that interview in my head like every 4 seconds. Uncut Gems. It's really bad. So obsessive thoughts, interrupting others during conversation. Dude, when I tell you, almost everybody in my entire life has ever called me out about this. Like I'm so bad And I told the doctor when I was getting diagnosed, I told her, I was like, dude, it's like I have like a thought and I'm so scared that like the conversation's gonna move on and I'm not gonna be able to get my thought out, that I just have to blurt it out because I'm either gonna lose my thought or the conversation's gonna get to a point where I'm like, oh, this doesn't even matter anymore. I just realized I have 2 water bottles up here. Whoops. So yeah, I am so bad. Literally, I went out on Friday night with my best friend and like my sister-in-law and my cousin, and we were having a conversation over drinks, and I see Christine, my best friend, lean over to my cousin Bianca, and she's like, this is literally the ADHD. She said, this is literally the ADHD in action. Like, did you realize she just cut us off? And I'm like, oh my God, I literally did. Whoops. Yeah, so that's a really big one. Didn't know that that was an ADHD symptom, but I damn sure know I have a problem with it. Procrastinating even the smallest, easiest tasks. Dude, literally, like now that I've started, so they prescribed me Adderall, I'll tell you more about that later. Now that I've started Adderall, I find myself like, I can't walk out of a room until, like if I see something out of place, I have to pick it up and put it away. Whereas before, I would literally, like there would be something on the floor for weeks on end, and I would see it every time, like I would see it every single day, multiple times a day, and still never just pick it up. Just not, like there might be like a tag on the floor that I didn't throw out or whatever, and it would take me months sometimes to just do the smallest, littlest thing that takes 2 seconds. I didn't know that was a symptom. I thought I was just lazy. I just thought I was a lazy, careless bitch. Nope. Procrastinating even the smallest, easiest tasks. Naps to avoid real life. So whenever I get super duper overwhelmed, like I have a lot of stuff to do, I'll just be like, I really need a nap before this, and forget all about, I've done this since college, dude. I remember it would be like the day before all my finals were due, and I'd be like, I need to go shopping. I need to take a nap. Like do something completely, like just to avoid it. Either overly talkative or withdrawn. I'm either like taking over a conversation or not saying anything. Like there's no like in between or balance. And I feel like maybe I just got super paranoid about it. I don't think other people really notice it. Maybe they do. Maybe they're like, Ashley talks a lot, or like Ashley never says anything. But I don't know. That's definitely one. All or nothing mentality. It's kind of like my makeup. Like I'm either full glam or no makeup at all. It's like I will either, if I want to do something, I have to wait till I'm fully prepared to do it, or else I'm not going to do it at all. Yeah, like even like filming a TikTok, it's so easy to just pick up your camera and film a video. Doesn't matter that you have like a full face of makeup on or you're in the perfect lighting or anything, but for some reason I have to wait until I'm in full glam. I have to wait until all my lights are set up. I have to have like the perfect setting. Same with YouTube. That's why I don't get out YouTube videos enough, because I'm like all or nothing. Like I have to either be in it to win it, or I'm not going to do it at all. Anyway, so my friend Taya, she is diagnosed with ADHD as well, and she's been diagnosed for a while. So she like, and she's a freaking doctor. Well, she's in med school and she's a freaking scientist. So she knows a lot more about this than me, and she's been like teaching me. She taught me about time paralysis and object permanence. So time paralysis is, and this is another thing, like I thought I was always crazy, or no, I always thought Meech was crazy, because he would be like, oh, I scheduled the people to come clean the rug today, and then we also have this, and we have this, and we have this, like schedule so many things in one day. And I was like, how are we gonna get all that done? Like we have to, like, basically for a very, well, for, yeah, I always struggle with like having more than one activity a day, because I like say like the people are coming to clean the rug at 11 a.m. or like 1 p.m. I will feel completely paralyzed, like I cannot move or do anything else until they arrive, do the job, and leave. Like I have to be focused on one single thing at a time, because my brain cannot physically like switch. So like when I have like Zoom calls or anything like that, I try to like space them out throughout the week, because I can't do it. Like I don't know how Meech does it. He'll have like a million Zoom calls per, and I'm sure it's not just Meech. I just live with him, so this is like my example that I have. He'll have like an hour-long Zoom call about a documentary he's a producer on, and then another hour-long Zoom call about one of his clients, like brand deals, and then another one about a completely different thing, and then another one about a completely, all within one day. And I'm like, how do you focus on that many things in one day? Like, no, for me, I'm like, okay, today's a filming day. Tomorrow is an editing day. Like, then the next day is like an errands day. Like, I can't do all that shit in one day. And it's always been such a struggle for me. But I thought like I thought he was just the crazy one and I was the normal one. Like, that everybody was organizing their days that way. But then I started noticing, especially like Crystal, dude, she is a freaking rock star. I was noticing that like she would film all of her videos, like get all of her like social media work done by like 3 o'clock, and then go out and run an errand and like go shopping and get her, like do all these things. And I'm like, how did you get all that done? Like with time to like go shopping and like live your life. Like if I have a filming day, I'll be up at like 8 a.m. but I won't start filming until like fucking 2 o'clock. And then I'm filming and it's taking me hours to film because I'm like filming one TikTok that only takes 20 minutes. But then I'll wait, like I'll be like, oh, break time, you know? And I'll break for, I mean, first of all, it'll take me 3 freaking hours just to get ready because I'm like, I don't know, like it takes me too long to even just get in the shower, and then to do my makeup. It shouldn't take this long, but it takes me like an hour. Then I gotta do my hair. Most of the time I take a break between my makeup and my hair because I hate doing my hair and I stall it. Like I said before, avoiding easy tasks. It just takes me so long to complete anything. So it gets to the point where like I'm not done working until like 8 p.m. And then at that point, if I had any errands to run or any shit to do, like can't go to the bank, it's closed, can't go to the post office, it's closed. Maybe I can go to Target, but at that point I'm like so exhausted that I'm like, I don't want to leave the house. So yeah, that was my struggle. And so when I saw all of these videos, I was like, dude, it is freaking time. Like, I need to figure out if I have this, because if I do, I really need some help with it, because apparently I'm not functioning the way I'm supposed to be functioning, or like the way other people are functioning, which is fine. I don't have to be like other people, but like if I can make my life easier somehow and make my day more productive, like I need to be doing that, because it feels like I'm at like a standstill, like there's this like barrier and I need to like break through it in order to like upgrade my life, because I just literally feel like there's not enough time in the day to get what I need to do done, because I'm taking so long to do everything. And that's another thing I learned about people with ADHD, is that switching between tasks, like switching between activities and tasks, it's really hard for our brains to like refocus on something else, because when we start doing something, we become like hyper focused on it. So switching between tasks, we literally need like a mental break before we can do it, just for our brain to like catch up, kind of. So I never realized, like, why does it take me so long to, or even like if I have like an errands morning and I go get my lashes done, go get my hair done, go to Target, whatever, I'll come home and be like, yeah, I'm gonna come home, get ready and film, and then I'll come home and be like literally just sit on the couch doing absolutely nothing, knowing I have stuff to do, and just sit there. Like, and some people would, like, I just thought it was because I was being lazy, but it's because my brain like literally doesn't know how to like shift, which is freaking wild. Like, isn't that freaking crazy? And like I said, this video is all over the place because I did not at all like prepare what I was gonna say. I knew what I wanted to talk about, but I didn't know what I was gonna say. What foundation do we want to use today? I'm gonna go with this one again. I really like it, the new Makeup Forever HD Skin. Bomb. So I scrubbed off my self tan, so it might be a little dark. Whatever, we'll just highlight extra. So yeah, let's talk about how I got a diagnosis. So basically, at first I've known I wanted to get assessed for ADHD for a really long time, even before that story I made in November. Probably for like, I don't know, maybe at least 6 months I've known that I want to get assessed for ADHD. So at first, I got new health insurance in January. So I was like, oh, I'll just find a therapist. Like, I really want to talk to somebody in person. I don't want to do it virtually, blah, blah, blah. But another thing with ADHD, like I said, you put off the smallest, you put off tasks that you don't want to deal with. So, hold on, this lash is giving me hell. So, yeah, basically I kept putting off. Like, I didn't know if I was supposed to get a therapist, a neurologist, a psychotherapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist. I didn't know who, or like a licensed counselor. I didn't know who I was supposed to go to, and I couldn't figure it out from my Googles. So yeah, ended up not being able to find anybody like in person. And I also I want to start going to therapy, so I was like, if I can just go to like the same person, but then I want my therapist to be a woman, preferably a woman of color, because I feel like that's important for me, basically. And I couldn't find anybody in my area under my insurance that was like covered by my insurance that was a woman of color therapist that was taking new patients. So I put it off and put it off until I kept getting all these ads, because obviously I was like Googling things like ADHD symptoms, how to get diagnosed with ADHD. I was like doing my Googles, right? So because of that, the Instagram and TikTok algorithms picked it up, and I kept getting these ads for, I think the app was like Done or something. And it was basically an ad where you can get, ads for an app for this, I think it's called Done. I can't remember. It's not the one I ended up using, which is why I can't remember. So I tried to sign up for it, but it was like really expensive. And I was like, if I end up not having ADHD, I'm going to be pissed if I pay like hundreds of dollars just to get an assessment, when like I feel like it should be free, especially if I have health insurance. But like that one didn't take health insurance. So I was like, I'm sure there's something, like some kind of app that takes health insurance, because if I literally pay hundreds of dollars for health insurance a month. I'm not about to go do something that isn't covered by it. Like, I pay for it for a reason, you know? So then I found this app called Circle Medical, and it was super duper easy. I really want to like reach out to them and get like sponsored, because I'm really happy with the experience, and I feel like that would be an easy partnership. But either way, I'm going to tell you guys now. I used Circle Medical, and it was so easy. You just download the app. It takes insurance, but even if it doesn't, even if your insurance isn't covered or you don't have insurance, the copay is like $5 for a virtual assessment. And they pair you with a doctor, like a real doctor, or a nurse. I'm pretty sure you could I picked my doctor on there, but I'm pretty sure it was like nurse practitioners too. It was basically, you know, people that are licensed to diagnose you. And you basically just schedule a virtual call. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I scheduled that virtual call, and then my ADHD had me reschedule it a million times, because I'm like, no, that time permanence, or that time paralysis thing, I was like, no, there's 4 other things going on today. I can't do this call. Like, overwhelmed. So I ended up rescheduling it like 4 times. I had the call finally. She basically took me through like a survey. The first call was one test, and then the second call, after the first call, she had me fill out like a survey thing, and I sent it to her, which was like kind of the second test. And it was like, how much can you relate to this? Like different situations and scenarios. So it was super easy. And she said I hit like 8 out of the 12 points on the first test. Like the, you know, the criteria, or like the, yeah, I guess the criteria to be diagnosed with ADHD. And then on the second test, I hit 4 out of 6. So the first one was 8 out of 12, and then 4 out of 6, which isn't all of them, but like, that's a lot if you ask me. And she said, so that diagnosed me with mild to moderate ADHD, and she prescribed me Adderall. I've been taking it for like 2 weeks now, and we have another call on Wednesday, and I think I'm going to ask her if I should up my dosage, because she put me on a really low dosage. I mean, compared to like, I didn't know that at first, but I talked to like, you know, some people on Instagram, and they told me their dosage, and it seems like mine, obviously mild to moderate, and like this is my first time taking it, so she didn't really probably know how I was going to react to it, so she gave me a super low dose. But I think on our call on Wednesday, I'm going to ask her to up my dosage, because from everything I've heard from other people, it seems like you're supposed to like feel your Adderall kick in and like feel like a very obvious difference between you being medicated and not medicated. And for me, I haven't really felt any different. I also don't find that I've made like my productivity and like all the things I was dealing with, the reason I got diagnosed. Hold on, that was wrong. I don't feel like the medication is really helping it as much as I thought it would, and as much as like I want it to. So I'm going to ask her if she thinks I should up my dosage, because it feels like I should. It really feels like I should. Yeah, so Circle Medical, that is the app I went through. And I think once, I think if I decide to be medicated like long term, it eventually gets transferred over to my primary care doctor, which I need to find one. I don't have one. I don't have one right now, which I need to find one. But yeah. Hold on, makeup though. So yeah, getting this diagnosis, I feel like, especially when Amanda first got diagnosed, I was like, well, how do you feel? Like, thinking that she was gonna be like disappointed or something. She was like, dude, I feel amazing. Like, I feel so validated. I feel like everything in my life makes sense now. I understand myself more. I get it. Like, I get, like, this all makes sense. I get why I am the way I am. And like, that's exactly how I feel. Like, that is exactly how I feel. I'm like, okay, so I have an answer. Like, I have a reason why I am the way I am. I have a reason why. Like, it's not just, I'm not lazy. I'm not lazy at all. Like, I know I'm not lazy. It's just that I struggle to do things like the same way other people do them, or in the same manner, and it is okay to find help. It is okay to recognize that and do something about it. And I wouldn't have been able to do something about it without this diagnosis. Like, I needed to figure out what it was in order to help myself. Yeah, so I feel amazing. It's very, 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 just, I don't know, I just feel great. And I feel like once we get this Adderall dosage good, I'm gonna be able to just, even, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, don't tell my doctor, but yesterday and today I like doubled my dosage. Like, I took 2 pills instead of 1, and I gotta say, it's kind of working. Like, I don't know if I still need more, or like if there's a difference when you take 2 pills versus like 1 pill that has the right, I don't know. But I definitely feel more productive. I feel like now, like I was saying before, I can't leave a room without, like, I see something, I pick it up. Like last night I cooked dinner for myself, and I ate it, and then I washed the dishes and cleaned the kitchen. That is, like, usually I'll just walk away from it and go to bed. Just like, don't want to deal with it. And yesterday I cleaned the whole kitchen. I've been cleaning my house I've just been cleaning constantly, because I'm like, gotta get this done, this doesn't look the way it's supposed to do, or the way it's supposed to. And like, my whole house, other than that room over there, because that's like really a project, my house is clean. Why is this like fuzzy, this fucking lip liner? Okay, you need to go away, you dumb girl. Okay, this is the makeup look complete. I was gonna do my hair on here, but I feel like this video is damn sure long enough, and I've been rambling for way too long. I apologize if I repeated myself a million times. Like I said in the beginning, and a million times, that's definitely something I repeated. I had no plan coming on here. I really just wanted to like chat about my feelings. I had no plan. I knew what I wanted to talk about. I didn't know what order it was going to go in. So if I repeated myself, that may or may not be another 8. I need to look into that, because I repeat myself a lot. I am the worst storyteller. And I feel like that's tied to ADHD too. So I apologize. But yeah, I would love if you guys in the comments down below, if you are thinking that you might have ADHD, if you have and you've been diagnosed, let me know your thoughts on all of it. Do you know somebody that has ADHD? What is your experience with it? Because I would love to, you know, get this community going. it's not a new community, but you know, we are a community already. So let's support each other. Let's share our stories. Knowledge is power. I would not have known that I had ADHD without hearing other people's stories. So share yours down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're new here and you watch all the way through to the end, first of all, congratulations to you. Kudos to you. Thank you so much. Secondly, you should probably just go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and join the family. You can also follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. I'm SuperAshley127 on all of my platforms. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.